Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on how to add text over your videos or photos in iMovie. Now, I have a few methods that I want to show you guys so you can choose which one works best for you. Some just give better results than other, but not all are possible all the time. So I'll get to that in a moment. So these 4 apps are mainly what I'm going to be using as examples of what you can use. Fonto is probably my most recommended for this. Just because you can install your own fonts off of the internet and then just have a variety of fonts, whereas this app called Over, you can't import your own fonts, so you're very limited to a font selection. But if that's not something you mind, Over is still a good app to use for this. But I'm going to be mainly focusing on Fonto, but the technique used in Fonto you can use in Over. I hope you understand what I mean. So in iMovie, here I just have a blank clip. So to add text over a clip, you can just go here down to the text area and add a plain text. Select the text you want to add, and you can select opening, middle, or closing. So each one just has a different look to them and a different transition if it has one. Not all text have transitions. So yeah, as you can see here, if I go to the settings area, you'll see you have different themes, and each theme has its own unique set of text as well. So here you can see my favorite is usually neon. If I select the neon themes text that looks like this, you have 3 options again: opening, middle, or closing. This is the opening text, the transition that happens. I really like this one. It just has a lot of graphics. Then you have the middle that looks like this, so it's just a quick little text at the bottom. And then lastly, you have the closing text, which looks like this. So each theme has its own set of unique fonts and things, but the text in iMovie is very limited. You can't move it around really at all. You can't select any fonts or anything. So it's just very limited, and I know not a lot of people like using text in iMovie because of that reason. So I'm going to be showing you guys additional ways to add text into iMovie with your own fonts and maybe just move it around a bit, things like that. So I hope this video will be helpful for you guys. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you guys is how to add your own text using a method in Fonto. So the first method we're going to use is I'm going to go into Fonto. I'm going to select the camera icon down here and select plain image. And then I'm going to go here to anyone. It doesn't matter which one you have. Doesn't matter the size of the canvas either. I'm going to select use. So I'm going to add some text here by clicking add text. I'm just going to type text as an example. So this is my text. You can obviously style it too. So I'm going to add a stroke around that. So yeah, stroke, just to make it stand out a bit more. You can do other things as well with your text, whatever you want to do. And once you've done styling your text that you're going to want to add over your video, one thing you want to make sure of is that the color of your text and the color of the background are pretty opposite, so that it can easily erase the background and it doesn't erase the text as well. That's just very important. And then I'm going to just export this image. So I'm just going to go here and select save image. Now, in order to erase that background, I'm going to go to eraser here. I'm going to import this image. I'm going to go down here to erase. I'm going to select target color and just select the color I want to erase, the white background. So then it doesn't have a background anymore. I'm going to select done. Going here to the export area, I'm going to select save. And then I'm going to go back into iMovie. I'm going to click this plus button here. I'm going to select this image that I just imported. I'm going to click on the 3 dots and I'm going to select picture in picture. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. And now I'm going to tap on this image. I can go here on these options. So I'm going to select the magnifying glass first. I'm going to zoom it in as far as possible. Then I'm going to select these arrows just to size it a bit more. If you want it rotated, you have to do that in the photo editing app. You can't rotate the image in iMovie. And then you just select where you want the text to go, how big you want it to be, things like that. So if you just want it here in the middle, do that, and then you have your text in your video. If your image has a border, you can select this icon here. So as you can see, if it turns out like this, just tap on this image. That might be the problem, and then it won't be there anymore. So this is the first method. It's pretty straightforward. You just on any app. It doesn't even have to be Fonto. I just use that because it has a lot of fonts that I can install onto it. But any app, you just type in your text and you erase the background of it, and then you just add that photo to your video. Another option for this same method, so I'm just gonna go into Fonto. I'm gonna go to plain image again. Gonna select one of these, it doesn't matter which one. Then you want to go here to color, and you want to make it green, the greenest possible green. But for this you have to make sure that you don't have any green in your text, otherwise this won't work. Then just select use, and then again add your text. So I'm just gonna say again text here, and I'm gonna do the same style. Again, you can do your own thing, but this is just for the example. Select style, gonna add a stroke around again just so it stands out a bit more, and then I'm gonna export this image. But the important thing is the background has to be green. That's the important thing for this. Okay, so I saved the image. Now I'm gonna go into iMovie again, and I'm gonna again import that image. So select your image, but then select the green dots, and then select green/blue screen. And this is what it looks like. The reason why I think this is sometimes better than using a photo is because it's way more clean. As you can see, there is no excess of the background or anything. It just immediately erases all green that's in the photo. But again, this has its own problem of you can't move the green screen at all. So yeah, it's stuck to where you've added it. So you have to measure if you can do this or not. Sometimes this just gives a better result. If you have a problem with you want to use this method and you want to position it on a certain place in your video, but you're not sure how to do that, what you can do is I'm going to go into Fonto, click on the camera icon down here, select plain image. Again, the same thing, I'm just going to select the color. What you want to do here is you want to go up here, select custom 1280 by 720. That's the size of a YouTube video as well, the aspect ratio. So I'm just going to select use. Now this gives you kind of an idea of your video. So if you know, say you're talking over your video and you know you're in this region of your video and you want to add text, you can add the text maybe in this corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select add text, and then like I said, you're going to be somewhere here in your video. So I'm just going to size this and maybe tilt it like this and put it in the corner where you know you're not going to be going over your video. So then it's going to be here in the corner. I'm going to select export that, and then I'm going to import that image again. Again, select the three dots and select green/blue screen, and then it's on the right position. As you can see here, it didn't move at all. So that's how you do this with certain positioning with a green screen. I hope you're understanding what I mean. So with the first method, you can move your text around and resize it, but it might not be the best of quality, especially if you're using photos and graphics in the photo and really erasing the background. But with this version, the green screen version, it might end up better quality because it automatically detects the green and you're not just erasing it. It might end up better quality, but then you can't move it around at all. So if you want to move it on a certain position or have it in a certain place in your video, you're gonna have to position it already in the photo editing app. In summary, now the reason I have this app here is you can do the exact same thing, but for the first method, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna select transparent and select the correction marker, and then I'm gonna add any text that I want. So here they have a few fonts, like I said, but they don't have a lot, and you're very limited towards fonts, and I know not a lot of people like that. So I'm just gonna select a random font here, and I'm gonna type text here, just like I did with the other app. You can also select the color. So I'm just gonna change the color here. You can also add a shadow to this one if you want to as well. And yeah, once you're done and happy with your text, you can select the correction mark. Then you can export this image and then just save it. And the reason this method is sometimes better to use that app is because you don't have to manually erase the background. You didn't select the background in the app, so it won't have a background. So I'm just gonna select picture in picture again. So you don't have to erase the background, and it's again much more cleaner, and you don't have to worry about erasing the background. It's already not there. So that's another method to use that. But the only reason why some people might not use this method is because of the lack of fonts in the app. And I know a lot of people have certain fonts that I want to use in their video. So that is all the methods that I have for you guys in this video. In summary, we have using Fonto with a background and then erasing the background using background eraser, or using a green screen in Fonto and then just importing that into iMovie and using green/blue screen option. Then we have Over, which you can also just add your text, but you have to select the template for when you go on this plus button here, you have to select the transparent, so that means it doesn't have a background. So you don't have to go through the eraser option again, but it has limited fonts, whereas Fonto you can import your own fonts. And you can also do the green screen option with Over as well. You just go here again, and when you click on one of these, you can click on the screen anywhere, you can select edit, click on the color wheel down here and just make it green. That's how you do the green screen option within Over. You just change the color of the background. So that's how you can add text in iMovie if you don't want to use iMovie's default text options, which are very limited. I hope this video helped you guys in any way, shape, or form. I love you guys so much. Be weird and be proud of it. Bye.